Election matters now coming from the courts. A high court has directed the Kano State Independent Electoral Commission to proceed with the local government election scheduled for Saturday. Justice Sanusi Maji of the Kano State High Court issued the order following a case filed by the State Electoral Commission against the All Progressives Congress and 13 others. TVC News senior reporter Ibrahim Isa has more.
With less than 24 hours until Saturday, October 26, 2024, the Kano Independent Electoral Commission (KANSEC) is set to conduct local government elections across the state. However, the elections are steeped in controversy. The Federal High Court halted the elections, ruling KANSEC's setup under Governor Yusuf as illegal, but the Kano State High Court has now allowed the polls to proceed. Justice Sanusi Maji gave the directive in a case filed by KANSEC against the APC and other parties.
And this court has just delivered its own judgment, and the judgment was well-sounded. And it has also ordered that the election should continue to hold, and also the Kano State Independent Electoral Commission has the jurisdiction.
We are not arguing about the functions and duties of the plaintiff, but we are saying that the composition and constitution of the plaintiff was done in contravention of the provisions of the Constitution and provisions of the Kano State Independent Electoral Commission laws 2001. This is what we are saying before the court.
Following the High Court's ruling, the Kano Independent Electoral Commission announced its commitment to proceed with the local council election as planned.
Nobody, or no any political party, or no any association that can stop KANSEC from conducting this election.
As the day of the election approaches, residents and stakeholders alike remain hopeful for a peaceful voting process. Ibrahim Isa, TVC News, Kano.
In the meantime, the Kano State government has imposed a movement restriction across the state from midnight to 6 p.m. on Saturday, the 26th of October, ahead of the state local government election. In a statement released on Friday, Commissioner for Information and Internal Affairs, Baba Dantiye, called on the public to adhere to these restrictions to help ensure the integrity and safety of the electoral process. The statement further explains that the restriction order was implemented in consultation with security agencies. Now, for more updates, the National Vice President North of the Nigerian Law Society, Abdulkadir Isani, joins me on news. Good to have you join us at this time. Let's begin by getting your take on these conflicting judgments by courts of coordinate jurisdiction ahead, the Kano State local government election.
Well, thank you very much for having me. You see, the issue of conflicting judgment, I think, to Nigerians is no longer a new thing, and it's becoming very disturbing. The State High Court, as you know, granted an order earlier, and then subsequently a case was brought before the Federal High Court. And then the Federal High Court fully investigated and then entered judgment. The terms of the judgment are extremely clear. And then it is worrisome because if you have two courts of coordinate jurisdiction, entering or making orders which are conflicting, one of the effects is that it confuses even the populace. It confuses the party. It gives the parties room to begin to think which to obey and which not to obey, which is not good for our democracy. So I think the issue of conflicting order is rather a bad omen on the system. Right. And it has the capacity of destroying, the national democracy, which we are still nurturing, to see that, we attain the global start in terms of adherence to democracy. So this is my take.
All right, Mr. Sani. Now, what is the implication of this latest order by the Kano State High Court? Does it supersede or nullify the earlier ruling by the Federal High Court in Kano restraining KANSEC from conducting the election?
Absolutely, it does not nullify the promise of the Federal High Court. It is pertinent to say that the Federal High Court and the State High Court are courts of the same standing, rather referred to as coordinate jurisdiction. Neither Federal High Court nor the State High Court can nullify the order or judgment of a sister court because they have no such power. Where a pronouncement is made, the only court that can exclusively determine from that point is the Court of Appeal. So neither the judgment of the Federal High Court nullifies that of the State High Court, nor that of the State High Court nullifying that of the Federal High Court. This is why I said earlier, it is creating an avenue of serious confusion. As you can see, if you have a pronouncement from the State High Court and one from the Federal High Court for which the order was served on the agency of the police, the precise Kano State Police Command, directing lots of their participation in tomorrow's election. This is the kind of situation you have. Right. They are adhering to court order of the Federal High Court, which is in turn, if you look at it, even though not expressly, negating that of the State High Court. It is not a good one, but to answer your question straight ahead, none of the courts can nullify the judgment of the other because they are courts of coordinate jurisdiction.
National Vice President North Nigerian Law Society, Abdulkadir Sani, thank you for talking to us on TVC News.
Thank you very much.
We are counting down to the Ondo State governorship election, and the governor of Ondo State, Lucky Aiyedatiwa, has taken his campaign to Ifedore local government area of the state with a promise to the people to execute more developmental projects that reflect their peculiar needs. Senior reporter Ayodele Muradeo has more.
The campaign train of Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa reached Ifedore local government area of Ondo State to seek the support of the people in various communities. Governor Aiyedatiwa was received by a crowd of party supporters in the communities. Some of the communities visited by the governor and his team are Ilara Moki, Ijare, Iro, and Igbaraoke. Governor Aiyedatiwa, who also visited palaces of some traditional rulers in the area, promised to build on his achievement recorded in the past 10 months.
The traditional institution is very key because they reside with the people, they have them as their subjects, and they can easily communicate with them other than the other category of leaders. So that is why most of the time we pay homage to the traditional rulers.
At Igbaroke, the council headquarters, the traditional ruler of the town, Olowa of Igbaroke, Oba Adefara Komiagbede, endorsed the governor.
We are ready to work for you. The others in Ondo State, all over the state, will be able to raise your hand up. That is true, we wanted, and definitely we are behind you.
Some leaders of the party described Governor Aiyedatiwa as the best man for the job.
No rented any crowd anywhere since this campaign started. People come out willingly. They come out because they love the governor.
Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa is going to win the election by the special grace of God. We have done our investigation. We have engaged the voters. The outcome is very impressive.
Every major participant in that primary election, they are all rallying around behind Aiyedatiwa. And I think the name is playing well for him. The man is lucky. This is his time. And of course, even in the Yoruba language, Orimison, he is a lucky man.
The campaign train of the governor is expected to move to other council areas as he intensifies effort to win the November 16 governorship election in the state. Ayodele Muradeo, TVC News, Igbaroke.